In this life, only a genuine person shall always tell you what your ears don't want to hear. And that could be the reason why Azimio sycophants have kept on vilifying Jalango for going against the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga.
A good example in our conduct, in faith, in love, and in delivery of service to this nation. Sindio? Kesho kuna maandamano, sindio? Mimi Lang'ata nimesema hakuna maandamano kesho. Hiyo haitabadilisha urafiki wetu. Kama mmesupport maandamano afike mapema. Kama Rex amesema maandamano afike mapema, sindio? Isipokuwa mbunge wetu amesimama na akasema kesho hakuna maandamano ya hata. Na tunataka kusaidia gavana kuendelesha Nairobi. Anytime ukiwa na maandamano, it is our.
And it wasn't for Jalango alone, but also David Ochieng, the Ugenya member of parliament, also faced Raila head-on by telling him his time was up.
I just want to remind my brothers in Nyanza and Larger Western that the next elections is 2027. So the idea that there will be a way in which Raila will be president between now and 2027 wasahau hiyo. Hakuna uchaguzi katikati hapa ama mwaka ujao ama mwaka ile nyingine. Na hakuna njia nyingine yoyote ambayo Raila atatumia kufanya awe rais. So tukubali kwamba rais ni William Ruto, and our constitution is very clear that if you run in an election, it says that if you get 50+1 votes, you are the president.
Yeah.
And so there's a president in place. Let's agree with that fact that there'll be no other election. William Ruto got 50+1%, and he is the president. He's going to be here for a while. Number two, I'm getting fearful because the wars that we are fighting now are almost personal wars. Almost personal hatred on the person of the president. Yani ile chuki na madharau kwa rais. Ningependa kuambia kwamba Raila angekuwa rais leo, tungependa awe na heshima. So tunauliza kwamba sisi pia nyumbani tupate rais aliyopo heshima ambayo inaenda na ofisi ya rais. Because if Raila was president today, we would want to be respected, to be allowed to work. So let's allow the person who has been elected to work. Number three, this talk about we are the people. Kenya Kwanza also are the people. Yeah. Everyone has the people.
Yes.
So if you say you have more people than us, what about the day you also bring our people out? So the idea about the people, nataka tuseme kwamba the people depends on where you are. The election that finished showed that Kenya Kwanza had more people than Azimio. That's the truth. And so the idea that, we can use Article 1 of the Constitution about we are the people, there are more people on this side, and they're just being patient. Finally, I want to keep calling upon my little brothers. Sarova Hotel in Kisumu was not working for 3 years, was opened 2 months ago. Why did you break the windows of that hotel? KCB has been there for the last how many years? Why did you break the windows of a bank? Your brothers are working there, your sisters are working there. Now, Governor Nyong'o says that people should not target some buildings. You should tell people down there that they should not target all the buildings. You cannot be saying that today you want to riot, tomorrow you want them to break buildings, and you are not taking care. And I agree with my brothers here that all of us in Kenya Kwanza will do letters to the ORPP that anybody who was injured, even the person who was killed in Maseno, must be paid by the ODM. Thank you so much.
And before we just have a look at the string of possibilities that the Azimio rebel MPs are left with, in case if you're watching me for the very first time, kindly just consider hitting on the subscribe button. If you've been watching my videos and you've not subscribed, kindly just consider hitting on the subscribe button. And more so, if you're watching me from a different platform, either Telegram, TikTok or Facebook, kindly just head on over to YouTube, search for Mohamed Sudi. I'll be the first right person to pop up if matters socio-economic and political matters are your great areas of concerns. Kindly just consider hitting on the subscribe button so that each and every time that I upload a new video, it will automatically reflect on a notification panel. And by so doing, you'll simply be supporting my content. Now, as a matter of fact, everything has an expiry date.
We call on Mr. Raila Odinga to accept the election outcome and not form part of a tradition of causing instability and uncertainty on African governance. Mr. Odinga must humble himself and form part of government that will address the challenges confronting the people of Kenya and not allow history to remember him as an individual who was desperate for power at the cost of the progress of his...
It's like it came to their realization that there is nothing meaningful they are going to achieve playing politics under the shadow of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila has achieved everything that a common Kenyan would want to achieve for his country except the presidency. And so, considering his age and the fact that President Ruto may be able to rule Kenya for 10 years, then automatically no one will want to chase wind. People like Jalango should play their cards very well, simply because he may end up being a one-term MP. And that is why he is trying to understand the tricks of the game in politics by softening his stand. You see him in State House today with President Ruto. Tomorrow in a press conference, he says that I'm still an active member of ODM.
That's what happened. I walked out. Yes.
How do you feel? How does that make you feel?
I feel bad because I love Baba. I'm a member of ODM, and I really feel bad.
Do you regret meeting President Ruto?
I can't regret meeting President because I'd gone there as my own capacity, and it's because he had called me for development issues. And I still repeat,
of which those are two contradicting statements. ODM as a party wouldn't want to victimize him simply because he is still a member of the party, and by victimizing him, he can use his victimization to gain political mileage. Any Kenyan to whom up to this point still believes that the ODM rebel MPs went to State House purposely for development, then I will want to ask them to wake up from that dream. Simply because these are individuals to whom they are physically in ODM but mentally in Kenya Kwanza government. And if by any chance the ODM rebel MPs fail to play their cards very well, then one, they will be one-term MPs, and two, they will have to wait for direct nomination by President Ruto in 2027, if at all he shall retain his presidency. But honestly, that is just my opinion. If you have a contrary opinion to mine, kindly just feel free to drop them in the comment section and I'll give them a right of reply. And as I end this, kindly just consider hitting on the subscribe button if you have not. Thank you, and may God bless you.